Plain of Fundamento. Just coming up to the first stop. We're going to get off for 15 minutes and we'll see what we can see here. Stand by.
Bueno, muy bien, ya estamos luego de la introducción arribando a la estación Ushuaia de la Macarena. Como le miran derecho, cada uno tiene su número de 4 dígitos y después un blanco en su parte exterior. Lo que están atrás de la locomotora.
I've just disembarked at the first stop on the train Fin del Mundo that I've opted to do this afternoon. I'm taking this train ride up into the national park. It's about a 3-hour tour. Should be interesting. And this is the full first stop. I've got about 15 minutes here, so I'm going to go see what I can find. La Cascada Macarena. This is the lower part of the falls. There's an upper part, so I'm going to hike up and see that as well. From here, you can see both the lower level and the upper level of the falls as well. This is the upper level platform, and you can see the falls continuously go way up, up, up. Well, that was the whistle telling us to go back to the train. Here's the engine, and there's the train, and I am sitting in the very last car. Off to the next stop. This is Laguna Verde, Green Lake. There's a viewpoint back there I was going to stop at, but it was closed, so I just stopped here instead. But compared to what we have seen, it's not that spectacular. Well, after my train ride, I decided to take a cruise into the national park since I paid for a ticket anyway, and it doesn't get dark until 9 o'clock. Why not take a cruise out here? Check things out, see what we can see. Yeah, the train ride, probably wouldn't do it again. It was interesting to do once. It gave us a history of why it was there. But for $100, it certainly isn't worth it. Maybe the ticket into the national park will kind of redeem that value in some way. I have now driven to the end of the road. I can't go any further, but I can walk. I can't drive any further, but I can walk down this trail a little bit. But this is it as far as riding the motorcycle. I'm at the very end of the road now. I am going to go check this out. Parque Nacional Tierra del Fuego, Bahía de la Patita. La Patilla, Republic of Argentina. Here is the final route of National Road number 3. Buenos Aires, 3,079 kilometers. Alaska, 17,848 kilometers. So, there you have it. The official end of the road. Okay, let's walk down here and see what it has to offer. It's a viewpoint of the lake, this boardwalk. They love their boardwalks here. Well, this is it. This is the end. This is as far as I can go. I was hoping I could do a summer here, but I think it's too windy. I'm going to walk back to the parking lot where it's a little bit cooler by the sign, and we'll talk about the trip from back there. But this is it. The final view, the end of the road. This is as far south as I can go. So now, it's working my way back north, but before I do that, I'm going to go back over here to where my bike is parked, and we'll sit down and talk a little bit about the trip and what it was like and what we've accomplished here. Yeah, let's just get comfortable, relax, and we'll just chat for a little while here. Right behind me is my bike, which is fitting since that's what brought me all the way down here. So 137 days ago, I took off from Kamloops and started making my way south. I came through all through the States, down through the Baja. I took the road to Batapilas, which was an adventure in itself. And then we went all through the central Mexico, right down into Guatemala, all through the Central American countries, worked our way to Panama, flew our bikes from Panama City over to Bogota, all through Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, and then through Brazil, through Uruguay, over into Buenos Aires in Argentina, where Suzanne came down and spent 25 days with me, which was fabulous. We toured all over the country and saw some great sights. Fall to Iguazu, one of the natural 7 wonders of the world. Amazing. Anyway, she took off on the 25th and I continued my trip south and worked my way back to Ruta 40 over through the Pampas and down Ruta 40, checking out a few things along the way and seeing the Perito Moreno Glacier calving into Lago Argentina was amazing. And then from there, worked my way right south down to Ushuaia, where I'm sitting right now at the end of the road. 25,700 kilometers to here. That's more than halfway around the world. The total circumference of the world is 40,000 kilometers. I've rode 27,000 to get here. That's more than halfway. So when you think of it that way, you realize how small a planet we actually live on. I've just ridden more than halfway around the world. Another way to look at it, I'm further away from the equator here than I was when I left Kamloops. That's how far south I am. That's incredible when I sit here and think about that. I would also want to recognize a lot of people that helped me make this happen. I couldn't do this alone. There were so many people that helped me along the way. I call them the angels. People would show up exactly when I needed them to help me with whatever I needed. A lot of times without even being asked, and asking for nothing in return. So it's just amazing how many people helped me along the way. I have to give a big shout out to my partner, Suzanne. She has helped me from day one to every day along the way, including today and whatnot. She is arranging the payment for the shipping of my bike home from Argentina as we speak. She has just been an anchor, solid as a rock, doing everything that I've asked of her, and even things that I haven't asked of her to make this trip a success. So a big shout out to her. Another fellow I'd like to thank is Brad Harrison, who has helped me with the YouTube channel, doing all the editing. I've just been sending the files back to him, and he's been taking care of everything after that. I know it hasn't been easy for him, and some of the content I've been sending him has not been that great, but he's done an absolutely amazing job with that. So much appreciated to that. All his work has not got lost on me. I realize how much work he has done and what a great job he is doing. So big shout out to Brad as well. Right now I'm feeling a lot of elation, a lot of pride, a real sense of accomplishment in having to do this. 4.5 months. 4.5 months it took to get here. It's an incredible amount of time. And even with that, I feel that it wasn't enough because I left a lot of things undone. I had to forego doing a lot of things I wanted to see because there just wasn't enough time. But that just means that I'll have to come back. I understand why now people take a year or even longer to come and see everything they want to see down here. There just isn't enough time to do it in 4 months, or 4.5 months was not enough time. That was a lesson I learned. Yeah, it has been an absolutely fantastic experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat. The only way to go from here is north. The journey's not ending. The only part that's ending is that I'm not going south anymore. I'm going to turn around and head north, and I'm going to make my way to Buenos Aires, where I'm going to put my bike on a plane and ship it to LA. Then I'm going to jump on a plane and go to LA as well, pick up my bike, ride to Mexico, and cancel my temporary import permit. I left it open because I thought I would be riding back through there, but when I got into South America, I realized that there was just no way on earth I'd ever get back there in 6 months. So I took my time. I saw a bunch of things, not everything I wanted to see, but I saw a whole bunch of things and worked my way down here, and then I'm going to ship my bike back and then ride to Mexico, cancel my TIP, and then ride back through the States until I get home. So that is the next leg of my journey. So stand by for that. One final parting shot of the mountains around Ushuaia. From this angle, you can see how rugged they are. Just making my way back into Ushuaia from the national park. I'm really glad I went to the end of the road. I would have been disappointed if all I did was that cheesy train ride. Another look at the mountains surrounding Ushuaia. They're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, what a lovely view of those mountains right in front of us. Amazing. Ships in the harbor, mountains in the background. This is magical here. Good morning. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I am making my second attempt at going to Laguna Esmeralda, a beautiful lake up in the mountains about 15 kilometers out of Ushuaia. The first attempt I got thwarted because I wasn't prepared. I was misinformed. Somebody told me it was 2 kilometers up there when it's actually 4.5 kilometers, and I started out without any water or food. So I got about 3 kilometers in and said, nope, I can't go on. I felt that my blood sugar was dropping and it was time to turn around. So that was the end of that. I got back and had a snack and went into town and spent my time in Ushuaia. This is my last day, full day in Ushuaia, so I wanted to get back out here. I'm on my way back up there. So let's go have a look. I wouldn't say spooky, a little bit eerie in here. It's a very magical type of trail to walk, and the sun is starting to pop out, so it's going to be a great day to go see the lake. Apparently it's really spectacular, so let's go have a look. Today I'm much more prepared. I've got 3 empanadas, a big bottle of water, my sweater. Instead of my riding shoes, I've got my running shoes on, which are much easier to walk in, and I've got a backpack with my big fleece in it in case it gets cold. So I am much better prepared today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be successful. This is one thing I didn't think I was going to see down here. What we're looking at is a beaver dam. I didn't know they had beavers down here, but they do. And right along here, you can see that, is the beaver dam right there. It goes all the way along there. It's huge. And it's made that pond there and behind it. And right there is the house, the beaver house that they built. That's where they live in the winter. Things have opened up a bit so I can see more of the scenery around here, and right now I'm standing on a bridge that crosses this little creek, and this is the vista we get looking this way. This is magnificent. There's 2 valleys. Not sure which one it is, but one over here, this side, is a little bit narrower than this one here, so I'm assuming that the lake would be up in that one. And that looks spectacular. Here is another beaver dam, right over there. It's created this little lake, this beautiful little lake. It's colored green because it's water that has come from the glacier that's up there. And we've got a nice waterfall right here. It was somewhere around here where I'd made my decision to turn around on my first attempt. That was probably about 45 minutes in. Roughly maybe 2.5 kilometers in, then I realized that it was too far. But today, I'm ready. I'm prepared. I popped out of the trees. I'm above the tree line now. Opening right up. This is amazing. Beautiful up here. Here's the outlet stream from the lake. This is what's filling up the beaver dam down below. Getting closer. The trail's flattened out quite a bit. Pretty easy walking except for the big rocks, but this is really a pleasant little hike. Keeps getting better and better. Finally made it to the top. Spectacular. Amazing. Leave this way as well. spectacular. Well, that hike's a wrap. Well worth the effort to get up there and have a look at that. It's amazing. As you can see from the parking lot, it's an extremely popular activity, and for good reason. So that's it. I'm going to head back to town and do some domestic chores like my laundry and get ready to visit Dave tonight.